Yeah. Okay. So now that we've discussed the strengths and the weaknesses, let's go into the starting 11s and what we think are the likely starting 11s for the teams. Who wants to go first? Josh, go on.
Yeah, I'm happy to go first. We're talking about India here, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so opening, obviously Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, one down, Cheteshwar Pujara, two down, Kohli, three down, Rahane. These guys just pick themselves. At six, you'll have Pant, seven, Ashwin, and then eight, I'll go with Akshar Patel, simply because I feel like even though he doesn't add to the batting as much as Sundar, I mean, we are playing at home. We have all our best batsmen in the lineup, so I'm not that worried about the batting. I just rather have more variety in the spin bowling attack. And then I'll play Kuldeep Yadav, and the two seamers would be Bumrah and Ishant Sharma. Ishant Sharma is a bit this thing because like he's coming back after a long time. He hasn't played first class cricket in quite a while. So maybe they'll consider playing Siraj, but I'll go with Ishant Sharma for now because of his experience.
Fair enough. Noor, any changes you'd make to Josh's lineup in yours?
Gill, Sharma, Pujara, Virat, Rahane, Pant. I think those we'll all have in common. Sundar played brilliantly in Australia. I'm going with Patel, um, just because I want to see some variety in spin in like the spin bowling attack. Hey, it's an off choice. Sundar played great. If either one of them play, they both play fine. That's just me. Ashwin Yadav, Ishant, Bumrah. I go with Ishant over Siraj again. What I was thinking about, guys, is also, do you think like Natarajan and Shardul Thakur will play another test for India for like the next 1 or 2 years? Do you think they'll play?
Shardul will play in England. He'll play in England. He's very good. I mean, I don't. I've heard that he's very good when the ball moves, and also he's a handy batsman to have. Like he can be a Sam Curran for India in England. Maybe next time we can.
I think Shardul Thakur becomes our second fast bowling all rounder, and maybe our first fast bowling all rounder if Hardik Pandya can't bowl.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think he's got a role play in England, just not. I don't think here. And Natarajan, I just don't see him playing Test cricket anytime soon. Only thing going in
What?
his favor is left hand angle.
Sorry. One of the pluses also with Patel, I forgot to mention this, was that he's also a left-handed batsman. Which is just you always want variety there.
We've got
Yeah, and
Rishabh for
also
that.
lefties look better when they bat.
Oh, yeah, just because you're a left-handed batsman, bro, keep quiet. We've seen how Josh got you out, okay, in Barnard Park.
He's
I don't
everything.
even remember that. I wiped the trauma out of my mind.
I'm the worst bowler, so
Yeah. Anyway, Kabir, any changes you make to the lineups? They basically have the same lineup. They both got Axar over Sundar.
No, I've got Akshar Sundar as well. I just bat him at 7 instead of 8. I think he's coming as a like for Jadeja, so there's no point in trying to change anything up. Just let him bat 7 and see how it goes. We still have Ashwin at 8. It's essentially the same thing.
Okay, for me, it is Sundar ahead of Axar, just to be different. No, actually, I want Sundar ahead of Axar because his batting is much better, I think. And I think our 4 bowlers are enough to take the wickets. So the fifth bowler is kind of it's kind of a bonus. And I mean, he's a very, very, very good fifth bowling option. And he also gives you a lot with the bat, which I think in case like on an off day, like let's say Broad, Anderson and Archer get it going and they get us at like 100 for 4 or 100 or like maybe even 80 for 4, 80 for 5, then I'd rather have Sundar walking in than have Axar walking in because I know Sundar can maybe score 50, 60 and get us a few runs. So for me, he's probably the better. He gives you more utility as an all-round package than the other one, than Axar.
Are you choosing him more for his batting or more for his bowling?
I'd say I'm choosing him more for his batting, but he's a very, very good bowling option as a fifth bowler. Because let's be honest, whoever plays at 7 is the fifth bowler in this lineup. He's not going to be the fourth bowler. The top 4 are the Kuldeep, Ashwin, Ishant and Bumrah. So this one is just going to he'll come in every now and then to give the bowlers a rest, to take some wickets. He's very good for that. I just don't think that we need Aksar's bowling as much as we need Sundar's batting at 7. Because
I mean, wait, Axar has an average of 30 odd.
But he's never played a test match.
Yeah, in first class cricket.
Yeah, he has a better batting average than Sundar.
Yeah. I mean,
But
Axar Patel
Sundar's proved it, man. Come on.
he's a pretty.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it's. I think that if they get the same with the bat, which they do, say okay, fine, Sundar's proved himself with the bat in Test cricket, but also to an extent he's proved himself with the bat in Test cricket. and Akshar's higher batting average and first touch grade, they sort of balance out. And so I would go with the variation that having a left-arm off spinner brings over the same sort of right arm, everyone's spinning it into the right-hander.
Yeah, I can.
And
I mean,
also,
I can see. Yeah, sorry, Josh. Yours. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that it's very different bowling in India. The bowler needs to know how to bowl long spells, especially when it comes to spinners. And I think that's somewhere that Akshar Patel has a lot more experience in, given that he's used to bowling long spells in first class cricket, which I feel like Sundar wouldn't be able to do that much. So
But
I
that's the
think
thing,
Akshar
right?
adds to that as well.
So the long spells argument, I think that comes in if you're playing as one of the 4 frontline bowlers. And if this is going to be the 5th bowler, I don't think they're going to be bowling that long spells because they will be, I mean, the long spells will be Ashwin and Kuldeep, and then this one will give them rest and maybe bowl. And also Sundar bowled long spells at Brisbane. I mean, he bowled pretty long spells on both innings because we were quite like our pacers were quite inexperienced also, so he bowled pretty long spells. I mean, I think it won't make a massive difference whichever way we go in the two of the between the two of them. But I think that we will definitely. For me, I'd rather have Sundar in there than Axar. And maybe when we come to the what's it called, the day-night test, the one in Ahmedabad in the 3rd test, I think that's when maybe if Hardik is fit to bowl, I'd play Hardik instead of that 3rd spinner, because on the day-night test it moves around on the right, so Hardik might give us another option. And batting at 7, I think Hardik is a brilliant option. So yeah.
Can I just? I've got a controversial opinion. I think that instead of playing Kuldeep, it would have been better to play Shahbaz Nadeem and then play Washington Sundar.
No, I'm sorry, but I think Kuldeep Yadav is highly underrated. He needs to be playing in this test series. He's a brilliant bowler. I don't understand why all of Indian cricket has pushed him to the side. He needs to really get back in and start bowling. And he's saying also he's feeling better than he has for the last 2 years. So let's take his word for it and see what he does. Because the thing is, with Shahbaz Nadeem, it's left arm orthodox. You can read it. If Kuldeep gets on a roll, they won't pick him, and he can run through them like with 3, 4, 5 wickets.
True, he might help in clearing out the tail, which we always have trouble with.
I mean, I don't think England have much of a tail, but we'll get to that.
I don't know. I don't think that's true at all. They have a long tail.
Actually, sorry, yeah, in Test match cricket with the squad I had one for, they have 3. They have a pretty decent tail.
I mean, for me, they bat until.
Yeah, for me, they bat until 8, unless you count Broad as a batsman, then 9. But Broad after Varun Aaron's bouncer is not Broad before that.
That's if you are playing Broad in your team.
Yeah, Kabir will come to that later. So yeah, that is our India team. So I think it's basically similar for most of us. It's just one spot, obviously, which is up for grabs, which is that number 7 spot. Whether they go Hardik, Axar, or Sundar.